What's up, it's Daedry and welcome to another video, and in this video I'm going to be talking about my 20s. Now, to be fair, I am only 22, so I've only lived about 2 years out of this 10-year experience that we call our 20-somethings. But I wanted to kind of sit down and have a conversation about what's been happening in my life so far and some really exciting things that I have planned for the future. Another reason why I am doing this video is because I actually separated from my full-time corporate job. Well, I didn't get separated, I actually was fired from my job. That's another story. But I honestly can say that I am so happy that things worked out the way they did because it was time. Like, I felt like that job was not feeding me. Now, the job was definitely feeding me financially and also feeding my stomach at night because your boy's getting big. But it definitely was not feeding my soul, and it wasn't feeding my creative soul at that. I definitely want to pursue interior design and become a full-time content creator, and I feel like when I was working in that job, I definitely wasn't able to do that. Whether that be that the job wasn't physically letting me do that, or the mindset that I had when I was working that job wasn't letting me do that. I think the biggest problem was that I was comfortable, and I feel like that's a big problem with us 20-somethings, that when we get in a job that pays us enough, no matter what it is, we're gonna keep that job because the cost of living is hella expensive. Like, hella expensive, and we have bills to pay, we have student loans to pay, we have medical insurance, all kinds of things like that to be able to afford, and we're not being able to afford them on these minimum wage jobs. So once we find a job good enough that pays us enough, we're stuck in there, and I don't want to be stuck in a job. Now, I'm not saying if you don't like your job, just up and quit it the next day, unless they try you. If they do try you, okay, no, that's not good. Don't do that. But if you are unhappy with your job, make a plan to get out of that job and try to make a plan to do something that you actually want to do. Now, myself, I was kind of forced to kind of figure out everything just the way the situation happened, but I honestly feel like it got me off my ass. I feel like it was a sign that I was not working hard enough or not hustling enough. And that word, the keyword hustle, you're gonna hear about that later on in this video, but I wasn't hustling enough and working towards my goals enough. I was just comfortable. I was honestly sometimes just sitting in bed because the job that I did have was a work at home job, and I wasn't actually getting up out of bed to even work, which sounds like a dream, but it definitely wasn't. It definitely isn't what it seems. If you do like doing that and you do want to do that and that's your goal, kudos to you. Get it how you get it, do you. But that's definitely not something that I wanted to do. I didn't want to just get a job and work my way up. I've always wanted to be a self-employed entrepreneur, I would say, honestly. I want to own my own business. I want to end up working for myself, and I'm pretty sure a lot of other people feel like that as well. I feel like this door closed for another one to open about 4 weeks prior to me getting fired. I applied for a job, and then the day I got fired, they actually called me in for an interview, and I aced that interview. And then the next, I feel like this gave me the push to get off my ass and, you know, wash my ass, because shit don't change until you wash your ass. But it honestly has fueled me with so much optimism. I'm not sure what the word is, but it's filled me with so much joy, I would say, and motivation. That's the word, motivation. And I'm ready for this hustle. Now, you've heard a lot of people talking about the glamorization of the hustle. People are actually starting to make the hustle mainstream, if that makes sense. I feel like you only know the hustle unless you've been through it. I've been through a sort of thing as that, but I feel like I've been mostly comfortable for my whole life. I've never really been out on my own where I have to kind of struggle. And sometimes you have to struggle for your dreams. You got to be willing to make the sacrifices to being uncomfortable and actually hustling or working 2 to 3 jobs while you're doing your dream job. Push myself to actually want to do this instead of getting off of work and sitting on my ass. I need to kind of work towards both. And I'm not saying give up self-care. Definitely always perform self-care in anything you're doing. Think about how you feel in the situation, because mental health and other things are very important, and you don't want to overwork yourself, but definitely try to push yourself. And that's the hustle, pushing yourself to do things that you know you are able to do. I know I'm able to wake up in the morning, go to work, come home and film a video and at least post 2 videos a week. And that's what I'm going to start doing, posting 2 videos a week, because I need to dedicate myself to this. And even if it's going to be hard at the beginning, I know that it's worth it in the end. And we have to kind of tell that to ourselves. It's hard being a 20-something and not knowing how everything is going to pan out. Nobody told us adulthood was this hard. Like, adulting is hard as shit. And school definitely didn't prepare us for this. School prepared us to balance equations and things like that, but it did not prepare us how to prepare a tax statement or be able to pay our bills on time, or learning how to make a simple budget. We all had to learn that ourselves, and unless you had parents that taught you that, you wouldn't know. So it's definitely difficult, but I feel like if you don't know these things, sit yourself down and learn it, especially because we're in the time of social media and technology where we have the ability to reach millions of people at a time. There is tutorials out there on how to do everything. If you've always wanted to become a singer but you don't really know technique, there's videos on that. If you always want to become an artist but you don't think you can't draw, there is tutorials on that. School is not required for everything. Yes, I believe you should always try out school. I tried out community college for a year. Wasn't my thing. Don't just kind of write it off at first. Always give it a try. But if it's something that you know you won't like, then don't do it. Don't set yourself up to get yourself $30,000 in debt, and definitely don't compare yourself to anybody. The mistake that I made when I was in my first year of community college, I was so upset that I didn't get accepted to any 4-year universities, nor could I even afford to go to any 4-year universities. And I saw all my friends doing that, but I'm happy I didn't, because honestly, college didn't work out for me. Everybody's situation is different, but I feel like the main point of this video is, if you have something that you love to do or that you want to do, then work for that. Work towards doing that. Don't get stuck and caught up in a job. But the point of this whole video is to let you guys know that you guys are not alone. There are millions of people going through the same shit that you are going through right now. So just persevere through that stuff and make your dreams come true. If you aren't happy in your day job, then make a plan to leave that job and make a plan to reach your goals, because if you try hard enough and hustle hard enough, you will make it. Now, that's all I have to talk about really in this video. There is some new people, so I want to welcome you all here. Hello, my name is Daedry. If you don't already know that, I make interior design videos and lifestyle videos every week. I'll post 2 times a week. Don't know what days yet, but 2 times a week. I should probably figure that out. But anyways, thank you so much for watching, and as always, pieces and blessings, and bye.